All right, Jules, we got more quarterfinals.
Yes.
Let's do this. England against Switzerland and Holland against Turkey. Let's start with England and Switzerland.
Yeah.
Easy perception. Reading the media.
Yeah.
Gareth Southgate's a mug. He's done everything wrong.
Well, he has.
Murat Yakin's a genius. He's done everything right.
He has.
This game's going to be really close.
It will be. I think perfect. Let's move on to. No, I think this is great because everything Switzerland has in terms of organization and structure, and I said that on the FC show yesterday, and producer Freddie has already heard it, and I'm just going to repeat it again. Everything they have and how well they've drilled and how well their structure is in place in terms of pressing, in terms of build-up phases, in terms of knowing exactly what to do and where in that kind of 3-4-3, 3-5-2 formation, it depends who plays up front, is great. And that's everything England don't have. England have more individual brilliance, for sure. If you go like player for player, Switzerland don't have a Bellingham, they don't have a Kane.
I think the combined 11 is probably 9-2 or something.
But for a tournament like this, would you go with individual brilliance, or would you rather have that kind of collective strength that the Swiss have? I would always go for the collective strength. And that doesn't mean Switzerland are going to win and win easy. Because as we saw against Slovakia, England can find something from nowhere, like the Jude Bellingham goal. But Switzerland have been really impressive as a team so far this season, this tournament, when England have showed nothing collectively at all.
Yeah. Look, it's obviously England have looked really, really poor in this tournament. I am also not one of those people who thinks that, oh, look, they looked really rubbish in past tournaments too. But look, they did really well, which is also true, right? And we know
not as bad as this, though. Not as bad as this, no.
Yeah, maybe not as bad as this. Yeah, I would agree with that. I also think this group's probably better, at least, certainly in the front four.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder, though, is Southgate going to actually worry about it? Or is he just going to say, I'll just stay solid? It's Switzerland. At some point, Kane, Bellingham, Saka, somebody's going to win this game for me.
Yeah, he can do that, although they talks that he can move to a back three just to match the Swiss formation.
Because he has so many talented center backs?
Well, especially with Gay.
With Gay out, yeah.
So I guess Konsa can play there, and Stones and Walker, and then you play somebody right wing back like Trent, and then I guess only Saka can play left wing back. I think it would be a little bit of
Saka's doing cartwheels at that prospect.
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know. Right. This is I guess a possibility. There's always a thing that you could do, but I would tend to agree more with you that I'm not sure he's the kind of head coach to change much. And then trust what he has, because there's also, you can also see in another way, Gabby, by saying they are still too good to keep playing that bad. And there will be a point where, and I thought, to be fair, I thought it was against Slovakia where they're going to raise their game and play much better, and they didn't. But it could well be this game.
I also think on the physical intensity side, Freuler and Xhaka and Ebischer, they all looked unplayable against Italy and against, some of the other, and in some of the group games.
Yeah.
But even against Scotland, who physically can match up a little bit, there wasn't this big gap. England can certainly, I don't know if they're going to look as fast or as intense against England if at least the England midfield provides that quickness and that intensity. Holland and Turkey, I was at the Turkey-Austria game.
Yeah, you loved that, didn't you?
Oh, it was remarkable. It was remarkable because Austria had been everybody's darling, and Turkey showed, you know what? You come and you press the crap out of us. And Christoph Baumgartner, it's amazing to see what this guy can do.
Yeah.
When you figure, who are you? I'm Christoph Baumgartner. And you look like a poor man's Jude Bellingham on the night, right? I mean, everywhere. However, what do you do against the press? You mix it up. Sometimes I'll play long. Sometimes I'll try to play through it. Sometimes I'll just give the ball to Kenan Yildiz or Arda Güler, have them run with it, wait for them to be fouled. And I'm just going to take the sting out of the game. And it's easier to do, obviously, if you score first. And he moved to a back
50
three.
seconds.
And he moved to a back three for this game. But surely that's the recipe against a pressing team. So they can do that. Ronald Koeman's Holland, definitely not a pressing team. He even boasted about, Louis van Gaal was defensive too.
Yeah.
Yes, now that's the benchmark. Late stage Van Gaal. That's who you want to be, Ronnie. But then again, they whooped Romania. Are you impressed?
Yeah, I just thought they gave the response that we expected from them. And Romania was probably too naive the way they just approached that game, and the Dutch just
not
used it
individually good.
Yeah, maybe. but again, when you score after 20 minutes and that Cody Gakpo goal is a good goal, it's much easier for you after that. And to be fair, the Dutch should have scored maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But this is not going to be the same. And I like the resilience from Turkey that you mentioned. I also like the kind of dynamic that the Dutch have going into this game.